Hello and welcome. My name is Michelle and thank you for joining. We're going to start this reading off with an oracle card and then we'll go into a message. So let's see what the person who's found this needs to know. What is important for the person who's found this for guidance? What is important? And that flame is going bananas. So fire could be very significant. There could be a lot of chaotic energy. Maybe there's a lot of anxiety that you're trying to figure out how do you stabilize. I do have the 7 star sisters, which is literally, I believe it's the Pleiades star system. But here's the thing, there's creations. This is for somebody who has a lot of extra energy, but it's meant to channel it into something, okay? How you express yourself, putting energy on a creation that expresses who you are. It's okay to be you, but there's a new path. Trust where you're led. This might be leading you away from a person or away from a situation maybe that you don't fully understand yet. Let's see where this is going. Again, take what resonates. Leave what does not. I do have the Lovers here. Yeah, the rest of this message is going to be for somebody either in separation with a person or who has left a toxic situation behind or is trying to. So let's take a look at this and see what you need to know. I was pulled to grab messages from your person. So I will give some clarity to this as well as messages. So let's see. And the 7 star sisters, it's all about divine feminine, learning how to receive, learning how to bring your power back to you. This is also a very abundant time in your life if you let it. The abundance is not going to come from somebody else. It's going to come from you. You are worthy of abundance. You are not defined by this other person, okay? I have the moon coming back at the bottom. So let's see what's important to the person here who's found this. Where do we need to go? 2 of Wands. You have a lot of open decisions coming. Make sure you make them. Don't avoid decisions, even if they're uncomfortable, okay? We have the Knight of Cups at the bottom. You know where you want to go right now. And I'm not saying tomorrow it might not change, but keep making the decisions based on now and where you want to go. Don't make them the same way just because you've always done it or just because everybody else tells you that's how you should do it. What's the biggest challenge? Yeah, the manifestation energy here is very, 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 very loud. We constantly create our reality. Our inner world is reflected outside of us. But this is where you, instead of doing it subconsciously, you're consciously now going to be creating even bigger. And this is where you are magnetic, Queen of Wands. You bring things to you. You're going to get more ideas. Put some action and intention into the ideas that inspire you. That 2 of Wands isn't necessarily doing a lot of work. It's making the decision to take the path, making the decision to look into something that might be new to you. Yeah, 2 of Swords. This path, though, you're not going to be able to see the outcome. You need to trust that you're following what inspires you. It's going to make you feel more alive. It's going to make you feel more connected to who you are. But it's also going to bring in new friends, 3 of Pentacles, maybe even new work, maybe new jobs, new community. But it's going to bring you into circles that maybe you aren't really knowing right now, but it's going to allow you to even keep this magician growing. Anything that's hidden that we need to know here? It's on the floor. We have King of Wands reversed, and I have the Hanged Man. Whoever this other person was, and I'm going to get some messages right now from this person, but whoever this person was, they weren't giving you either the attention or the energy that you deserved. It was very disbalanced. With the Hanged Man, Knight of Pentacles, this person is still looking and trying to learn how to do things differently, but you are as well. You cannot carry all the energy for you and this person. This person has to learn to carry their own energy. But the King of Wands reversed, like this could be somebody who's an avoidant. This could be somebody who, blames, plays victim, just gives everybody else their excuses, but they're not really taking ownership. They're not taking responsibility. And I feel like you're in a place right now where you're choosing for your own growth. But I feel like with this person in your energy, you're choosing things that would be more aligned with them than you. So this is a time where you get back to who you are. And I say get back to, but in this 3D world, it might not be something you've ever been. It's like remembering who you are on a larger scale. So let's get some messages from this person here. And sometimes we just we want to understand this person. I do want to already say this person's out of alignment with where you're trying to grow and go. This person doesn't want to grow. You can't force them. This person doesn't want to take responsibility for their actions. And you can take responsibility for yours, but you can't keep giving them excuses for not doing it for themselves. And maybe you really care about this person and want to protect this person, but it's not your job. Unfortunately, they've got to learn how to see their own value, but also take responsibility for their actions. This is somebody you probably still see signs and synchronicities. I have you are hard to forget. This is something where I would look at this and remember it's not for lack of your worth. It's for them not wanting to invest in themselves is why this is not working, okay? I'm overthinking everything. Yeah, this is somebody who gets lost in their mind, tells themselves a lot of excuses, but doesn't actually act. That King of Wands reversed, it's lack of steady action, okay? What else? What else do we have here? And it's a masculine energy, but again, it has no gender. So this is a pattern that, has to have a different balance if they want, like, I want a future with you. Yeah, I feel like this is not necessarily somebody who doesn't care about you or doesn't want you in their life, but they don't know how to be themselves independently. And this energy is very dependent on somebody else, and you don't have the energy for that. This person needs to, take responsibility for what they do so that they can grow forward, okay? What else? You get one or two more. You changed my whole direction. Yeah, this person is at a stalemate right now. This person is at this hanged man. They are being forced by the divine to look at things in a different perspective. There is a pause in their life. Do not make decisions based on their pause, okay? Let them figure out this pause. Yeah, there's a very blocked energy. Again, if you're seeing a lot of synchronicities with this person, it doesn't mean this person can't grow and will not be back in your life. But right now, they aren't in your energy, or the universe is trying to take them out of your energy because it's way far off from where you're going. It's almost like they're energetically will derail you from some of this growth here because you're spending all your energy on them instead of on yourself. I want your attention. Yeah, so be mindful. If you are getting bombarded energetically by this person, do not let them derail you from what you want or where you're going. You might even have to cut a cord here energetically, or maybe that they're still in your energy field wanting something from you. They might annoy you, to be honest, or maybe you're not giving to them and it annoys them. But be mindful, you can't help them through this. This is they have to save themselves pattern. I want to see if there's anything else in here. Yeah, there's a lot of fear, anxiety, and illusions on this person's part, so don't play into them. I feel like this is a person who makes a lot of excuses, so don't make excuses for them. They can mirror back for you to make sure you're not making excuses for not taking the opportunities that you want, okay? Don't do whatever they're doing. Be more aligned with you. Hear you. Is there anything else in this? Yeah, there's a timing thing. I do feel this energy will be back in your life at some point, but keep planting your own seeds up here. Yeah, get back into the present. You're attracting, have the gratitude. But this magician energy, you have to ground. You're learning how to live in a more abundant energy here. You could actually be getting a gift. I do have my cat trying to open a package over there. He's doing a pretty darn good job of it. All right, yeah, there's a lot of shadow work being done, and this could be on you as well. And I'm not really crazy about the shadow work term, but it's healing our wounds, it's healing our scars, and being honest with the self. But it's all about the soul searching. And in this deck, this is the Hermit. This is like, where's my higher self trying to speak to me? How do I hear it better? And clearing out this energy, you're being able to hear it better. You are already on an amazing new path. This person has the opportunity to get on a new path for them, but their timing is a little different. So trust it, okay? But this is all about introspection. This other person, you might also have this, but there's a lot of third party outside of you. It's listening to where you're pulled, not where everybody else wants you to go. This person here likes to depend on other people's opinions, okay? So that's going to be something that they're going to need to see past, that illusion. The illusion's coming out here. Again, do not allow yourself to get in the same pattern of illusions. You know, you have the ability to choose this path and choose these decisions for you to make your life even bigger than you've even imagined. You are bigger than this connection, okay? You're being pushed out of your comfort zone, as is this person, okay? So allow yourself to keep moving forward. There is a codependency on one of you, if not both of you. But yeah, you're learning how to receive and be open. But some of these gifts that are coming, they're not necessarily a connection. They're other things, okay? So be open to receive, and you're learning how to give and receive where it's reciprocal. This person wasn't giving enough energy. You were over giving, they were under giving. And yeah, and then there's a lot of overthinking here on their part. You can still see that overthinking, 8 of Swords, but don't get stuck in overthinking of what they're going through. There is nothing you could have done to change this pattern because this is an internal pattern for them, okay? You now, what you get to do is grow and make your life more magical and larger for you, okay? Let's get back to this. And any other guidance here? The 5 of Wands. Yeah, if something doesn't sit right and it makes your life more chaotic, you're learning to put an end to it. I'm going to take that. 10 of Swords. You're learning to put an end to it. You don't have to deal with something until it changes. You don't have to deal with, and this is where you're like, oh, I don't have to do that. I don't have to do that. You're learning your independence here. And trust me, people will come forward. You're learning how to stick up for yourself, how to communicate. You know, you will have the people that align in your energy field, but you got to let the people who are very toxic, you got to let them exit. Let's see. Yeah, Knight of Swords. You're getting all the truth and clarity, and maybe you were even in a fog or distorted at one point, but you're trying to see things more clear for you. So be open to it. We have that Hermit again. Any other path? Yeah, there's somebody being pulled to their North Node. So somebody is being pulled to grow in their relationships, but also in their work relationships. So if that is you, follow it, okay? Is there anything else that we see? These cards just want to be everywhere. Is there anything else that we see that they need to know? Anything else that this person needs to know? I need you to trust me and believe I'm working towards union. Yeah, this person they have to reach their rock bottom in whatever this is before they're going to be moving forward, and you can't cover for that. I know this is more this is more than a relationship, and there is a higher purpose to our connection. They feel the intensity of the connection, but also they can't give you what you want right now. Themselves is in the way. Yeah, I'm struggling with codependency, literally. Like, they're afraid to let go. Codependency also has power. You know, they have to figure out what power means to them and be empowered. King of Wands upright feels confident in their choices. Right now, they're not confident in their choices, and you deserve somebody who's confident in their choices. This person also might just say things to say things and deflecting. We do have deflection coming out. Things come out of my mouth. I'm not even sure why I say them. My ego is fragile. Again, there's this sense of not knowing how to be vulnerable. This person could also get very angry very easily. And maybe you think that you caused this. It could be a breadcrumbing feeling. But allow yourself to keep choosing the more calm interactions, being honest, but letting them take responsibility for their actions, not you blaming yourself. Yeah, past lives are influencing our connection. They're very afraid of failing. Whoever this is also afraid of failing. This is somebody who, where I said I am overthinking everything. This is a person that gets stuck when they're doing decisions, because if they can't see it being successful, they don't want to chance it. They're afraid of failure, which is a lesson that they have to learn as well. They do miss you, okay? Know that they have to work through this though, and trust that if they're meant to be in your energy field, they will, if they can get themselves in gear, okay? But there is nothing you can do, and don't blame yourself for this, okay? Allow yourself to be inspired and grow here. Let's get an oracle card to close this out. I'm gonna get an animal here. What is the collective? We have give with gratitude and grace. Be grateful for all of the things in the present. I really feel like this gratitude and this timing card are going to be your most important here. When the spring, it is the springtime now, at least in the US, but there's seeds being planted, okay? You don't know the seed you plant today in any choice you make. You have no idea how it's going to ripple out. Trust that it will for your highest good. And that gratitude and abundance, there is a different level of success coming. Allow it to unfold, okay? Allow it to unfold. The simple things that we learn and grow are exponentially. We don't understand it at the moment, but it's going to change your life, okay? Let's see. Anything else for the person who's found this? Let spirit be your guide. Following your intuition. You're clearing away the stuff that blocks your intuition. I'm going to tell you, this person doesn't help with that right now. They can't hear themselves, their inner self. So they're not very supportive for you hearing your inner self. And you might even know that you're going to see this person again. You might even know, trust the things that you know, okay? Even if the other people don't understand it, you don't even have to tell everybody. You are not alone. I can tell you this person's energy is still with you. I could feel it in the beginning. It feels very twin-like. But you're not alone. You're not alone. Communicate with your guides. Communicate with your higher self. You are not alone in this, okay? And find a community that might be able to support you, okay? If you are looking for your own specific reading, you can check the link in my bio. Love, light, and positive vibes.